All right, ready to dive into this mountain of info on Doc Reo.
Let's do it.
I gotta say, just skimming through all this, I'm already pretty fascinated.
Yeah.
We're talking about a guy who's like dipped his toes into so many different creative pools: music, film, radio, even education.
Yeah.
And like not just dipped his toes, he's like jumped in head first.
Right. What's captivating for me is how it seems like he's mastered each one of these things.
Exactly. It's not just dabbling, it's a real commitment to excellence.
Totally agree.
And what ties it all together is this like incredible entrepreneurial spirit.
Yeah.
I mean, founding in the Hotbox studio and turning it into this multifaceted production powerhouse, that's pretty amazing.
Absolutely. And that same drive is what's led him to be such a sought-after mentor. His work at Learn Train Design, guiding other aspiring media entrepreneurs. Talk about paying it forward.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's rewind a bit.
Oh,
where did this all begin? I'm seeing some early performing arts experience here.
Yeah.
Even performing for royalty.
Yes. Imagine a young Doc Reo growing up in South Central, honing his skills,
Wow.
even captivating someone like Sarah Ferguson with his talent. Talk about early signs of his charisma and stage presence.
Yeah, that's pretty incredible. Okay, so we've got this budding artist, but then he takes a completely different path. Military service in the Middle East with the U.S. Army.
It is.
It's quite a shift.
It is. It really speaks to his adaptability and that resilience, right?
Yeah.
Serving in the military instills a certain discipline.
Oh, absolutely.
Focus on mission and execution, and you see that reflected throughout his career.
Absolutely. And then after his service, he dives headfirst into the world of film and television production. So is it straight into producing?
Not quite. He gained experience in all sorts of roles, special effects, casting.
Wow.
He even started his own local casting company called OddX Entertainment.
Really?
This guy clearly wasn't afraid to get his hands dirty and learn the ropes from the ground up.
It's like he was intentionally building this diverse skill set, almost like a media Swiss Army knife or something.
Yeah, exactly. And that foundation served him well when he moved into producing shows and directing music videos and press kits.
Wow.
He was working with major labels like Universal Motown Music Group and Universal Republic Records. Talk about a crash course in the music industry.
That's pretty intense. So we're seeing this pattern of Doc Reo not just mastering one skill, but connecting the dots between them all.
Right.
It's like he understood the power of combining creativity with business savvy, like right from the get-go.
Absolutely. And it's not just about the skills. It's about understanding how to leverage them in the real world.
Right.
That's where his entrepreneurial mindset comes in.
Yeah.
He's not just creating, he's building.
Yeah. And speaking of building, let's talk about in the Hotbox studio.
Uh.
I'm really intrigued by how it evolved from a humble online radio show into a full-fledged production company.
Yeah.
What was the turning point?
Well, it started back in 2017 with that online talk radio show,
Yeah.
but Doc Reo clearly had a bigger vision, right? He saw the potential to create a platform that went beyond just audio.
Cool.
It became this hub for storytelling, for capturing the culture and accomplishments of people, particularly in Southern California.
So it's not just about entertainment. It's about giving a voice to people and stories that might not otherwise be heard.
Exactly. And it's reflected in the diversity of their content, talk shows, podcasts, docuseries,
Wow.
even multimedia projects. They're not limiting themselves to any one format, which is really smart in today's media landscape.
Right. You mentioned they have a whole bunch of different shows. Give us a taste. What kind of topics do they cover?
Well, there's Hollywood Homes with Todd Holmes, which dives into the entertainment industry, offering insider perspectives and interviews.
Okay.
Then there's On the Grind, hosted by Doc Reo himself, which focuses on the entrepreneurial journey within media production. I'm guessing you might find that one particularly interesting.
Oh, definitely. I'm always fascinated by the behind-the-scenes stories of how creative businesses get built. What else?
They also have Business, Life, and Morris with Johnny Morris, which explores the challenges of balancing a business with family and personal life.
Okay.
And then there's Year of the Vet, hosted by Robert Graves, which shares the powerful stories of U.S. military veterans.
Wow. The range is impressive. It seems like Doc Reo is really using his platform to give a voice to people from all walks of life.
Right.
It's really commendable.
And what's interesting is that the themes of these shows, entrepreneurship, personal growth, the veteran experience, these are all relatable on a human level, you know?
Yeah.
These are stories that resonate with people no matter where they're from.
That's a great point. It makes me think about the potential for these shows to reach an even wider audience.
All right.
Are they syndicated internationally?
That's a question we can explore further, but based on the themes and the quality of the content, I wouldn't be surprised if they have international appeal.
It's really fascinating to see how Doc Reo has built this, media ecosystem. It's like he's created this space where different voices and perspectives can come together and share their stories.
And it all goes back to his philosophy of mastering media, right?
Yeah.
It's not just about technical skill, it's about understanding the power of media to connect, to educate, to inspire. And that's something he's clearly passionate about sharing with others.
Okay, so we've got the early years, the military experience, the dive into film and TV production, and then the birth of In the Hot Box Studio. But this is just the tip of the iceberg, right?
Oh, absolutely. We still need to delve deeper into his radio experience, his educational ventures, and the What's in the Hot Box Studio documentary, which offered some really intriguing behind-the-scenes glimpses.
This deep dive is already exceeding my expectations. I can't wait to uncover more about Doc Reo's journey and the impact he's making on the media landscape.
Let's keep digging. Welcome back to our deep dive into the world of Doc Reo.
Last time we left off talking about In the Hot Box Studio and all those different shows they've got going on, but
Right.
You mentioned Doc Reo also has a strong radio background.
Absolutely. His journey in radio is just as fascinating as his other ventures.
Okay.
He took that initial spark of In the Hot Box, the online radio show,
Right.
and turned it into something even bigger, the Access Brand Success Talk radio station.
Now that's impressive.
Yeah,
Creating and managing an entire radio station takes serious dedication.
it does.
What's the main focus of Access Brand Success Radio?
It's all about empowering podcasters.
Okay.
Think of it as a platform specifically designed to help them amplify their reach, build their brands.
Okay.
They offer syndication, meaning podcasters can get their shows broadcast on the station,
Gotcha.
reaching a much wider audience.
So it's not just about broadcasting.
Right.
It's about creating a support system where podcasters can really thrive.
Precisely. They have guest speaker sessions with industry experts, marketing tools to help promote shows, even advertising opportunities.
Wow.
It's like a one-stop shop for podcasters looking to level up.
That makes total sense. Doc Reo has always been so passionate about sharing what he knows and helping others succeed. His entrepreneurial spirit is seriously contagious.
It really is. And speaking of that, we should delve a bit deeper into his work with Learn, Train, Design.
Okay.
It's fascinating how he's combined his production expertise with his passion for education.
Okay, break it down for me. What exactly is Learn, Train, Design, and who is it for?
It's basically a media production and education hub.
Okay.
They have physical studios in Greater Los Angeles, but they also offer online services.
Right.
It's an awesome resource for anyone who wants to create high-quality audio and video content, whether it's for podcasts, films, or even just personal projects.
So they offer studio space,
Yes.
but also provide training and mentorship.
Exactly. They have various studio packages to choose from, depending on your needs and budget.
Okay.
But they also offer a wide range of training courses covering everything from podcasting basics to advanced video production techniques.
This is starting to sound like a dream come true for anyone who's ever wanted to get into media production,
It is.
but didn't know where to start.
It really is. And the mentorship aspect is a huge plus.
Yeah.
Doc Reo and his team are passionate about guiding aspiring media professionals and helping them achieve their goals.
It's incredible how he's managed to build this whole ecosystem to support creatives at every stage,
Right.
From offering a platform for podcasters to providing the tools and training for aspiring producers. Doc Reo is really making a difference in the media world.
He's not just creating content, he's empowering others to do the same. And that brings us to another fascinating piece of the puzzle. The What's in the Hot Box Studio documentary.
Yes. This documentary seems to offer a really unique behind-the-scenes look at the studio, the people behind the magic. What are some of the key takeaways?
Well, it's a great way to get a glimpse into the collaborative energy of the studio.
Right.
You see the team working together, brainstorming ideas, filming on location, putting in those long hours to produce quality content.
Yeah.
It's inspiring to see their passion and dedication.
Yeah, I'm imagining a lot of creative energy buzzing around that studio.
There is.
Does the documentary also shed light on the personalities of the people involved, like the show hosts?
Definitely. We get to see more of Doc Reo himself, of course,
Of course.
but also the other hosts like Todd Holmes, Johnny Morris, and Robert Graves.
Right.
It gives you a sense of their individual personalities,
Okay.
and how they bring their unique perspectives to the shows.
That's fantastic. It's always interesting to get a glimpse into the people behind the voices and faces we see on screen or hear on the radio?
Absolutely. The documentary does a great job of showcasing the human element of In the Hotbox Studio.
Yeah.
It's not just about the technology or the business side of things. It's about the people who are passionate about storytelling and sharing their voices with the world.
Okay, so we've explored his production company, his radio endeavors, and his educational ventures. But there's one key thread we need to pull on a bit more.
Okay.
Doc Reo's personal journey. We know he has this incredibly diverse background, but how has that shaped him as an entrepreneur?
That's a fantastic question,
Yeah.
and it's something that really resonates with me.
Sure.
Doc Reo's story is a powerful testament to the idea that our experiences,
Wow.
even the seemingly disparate ones,
Mm,
can all converge to shape who we are and what we achieve.
right. We've got this young performer who then serves his country, dives into the world of film and television, and eventually builds this media empire, all while empowering others along the way. It's quite a journey.
It really is, and what's remarkable is how he's taken the lessons learned from each of these chapters
Right.
and applied them to his entrepreneurial endeavors.
Can you give us some specific examples of how these experiences have influenced his approach to business?
Absolutely. For example, his early performing arts background.
Okay.
That instilled in him a sense of creativity, stage presence, and the ability to connect with an audience.
Right.
These are invaluable skills for anyone in media, especially when you're trying to build a brand or engage with listeners and viewers.
That makes perfect sense. And then there's this military service. How did that experience shape his entrepreneurial mindset?
Well, the military is all about discipline, strategic thinking, and focusing on a mission.
Right.
These are essential qualities for any entrepreneur,
Right.
especially when you're building a business from scratch.
So it's not just about having a great idea.
Right.
It's about having that discipline
Yes,
and the strategic mindset to see it through.
exactly.
Yeah.
And then we have his experience in the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
That's where he learned the ins and outs of production, marketing, branding, all the essential elements of building a successful media business.
It's like each piece of his past has perfectly prepared him for the success he's achieving today.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
And it's incredibly inspiring because it shows that our experiences, even the ones that might seem unrelated to our current goals,
Yeah.
can all play a role in shaping our path.
Okay, so we've talked about his journey, his ventures, and his documentary. But what about Doc Reo, the person?
Yeah.
What kind of insights can we glean about his character, his values?
That's a great question and one we can delve into even further.
Okay.
But from what we've seen so far, it's clear that Doc Reo is a passionate, driven individual who values hard work,
Yeah.
creativity, and community.
And mentorship seems to be a core value for him.
Yeah, absolutely. He's not just building businesses, he's building people.
Yeah.
He's investing in the next generation of media professionals,
Yeah.
which is something that really speaks to his character.
Okay, before we move on, I want to touch on something we discussed earlier.
Okay.
Doc Reo's new show, On the Grind.
Right.
It seems like such a natural progression for him, focusing on the entrepreneurial side of media production.
It really does, and it perfectly aligns with his work at Learn, Train, Design, where he's mentoring those aspiring media entrepreneurs. It's like he's taking everything he's learned throughout his career and sharing it with the world, hoping to inspire others to chase their own dreams.
This is where things start to get really exciting for me. Learning about Doc Reo's journey is one thing, but understanding how he's using that experience to empower others, that's a whole other level of inspiration.
I completely agree, and that's something we'll explore even further in the next part of our deep dive.
Right.
We'll take a closer look at his specific projects, the people he collaborates with, and the impact he's making on the media landscape.
Welcome back. We're wrapping up our deep dive into the world of Doc Reo, and I have to say, this has been a really eye-opening journey.
It really has, from his early days as a performer to serving in the military, his time in film and television, and now this incredible success as a media entrepreneur and mentor.
It's pretty amazing. You know what strikes me? Doc Reo isn't just creating content, he's building a community.
Yeah.
He's providing platforms and resources for other creatives to really thrive.
That's such a great observation, and it speaks volumes about his vision, you know? He's not just focused on his own success, he wants to see others achieve their dreams.
Let's talk about that mentorship aspect a little more. We touched on Learn, Train, Design.
Right.
But what are some concrete examples of how Doc Reo is actually helping aspiring media professionals?
Well, through Learn, Train, Design, he offers a range of training programs, both online and in person, covering everything from podcasting basics to more advanced production techniques.
Wow.
He also has mentorship programs where aspiring creatives can get personalized guidance and support. It's really impressive.
So it's not just about learning the technical skills, it's about cultivating that entrepreneurial mindset.
You got it. Doc Reo understands that to make it in media, you need more than just technical know-how. You need to grasp the business side of things, building a brand, marketing your work, creating a sustainable career.
And that's where his experience as this multifaceted entrepreneur really comes into play.
Absolutely.
He's not just talking the talk, he's walking the walk.
He's living proof that you can achieve success by combining creativity, business skills, and a drive to constantly learn and grow.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit and talk about Doc Reo's own creative projects.
Okay.
We've discussed in the Hotbox Studio and all the shows they produce, but what are some standout projects that you think best showcase his vision and talent?
Well, On the Grind, his own podcast about the entrepreneurial journey in media production, that's a must listen.
Yeah.
For anyone interested in that world, he shares valuable insights from his own experience.
Yeah.
And you can tell he's genuinely passionate about helping others succeed in this field.
I'm adding that to my playlist for sure.
Yes.
And then there's Access Brand Success.
Right.
His talk radio station dedicated to giving podcasters a voice, that's another amazing project, highlighting his commitment to community building.
It really does.
He's providing that platform for podcasters to reach a larger audience and connect with other creators.
It's a brilliant way to foster collaboration and support within the podcasting community.
I'm sensing a recurring theme here. Whether it's through his production company, his radio station, his educational ventures, or his own creative work, Doc Reo is consistently using his platform to lift others up.
That's a powerful insight. It speaks to his character. He's not just driven by personal success. He's motivated by making a positive impact on the world.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive.
We have.
But before we wrap up, I have a question for you.
Okay.
What do you think is Doc Reo's legacy?
Oh, wow.
What will be his lasting impact on the media landscape?
That's a great question. I think his legacy will have many layers. He'll be remembered as a talented producer,
Thankfully.
a visionary entrepreneur, and a passionate mentor.
Right.
But above all, I think he'll be remembered as someone who empowered others,
Yeah.
to find their own voice and share their stories.
Beautifully put, he's created a ripple effect that will continue to inspire and uplift generations of creatives yet to come.
And that's a legacy worth celebrating.
This deep dive has been an absolute pleasure. We've uncovered so much about Doc Reo's journey, his achievements, and his unwavering dedication to empowering others.
Yeah.
It's truly inspiring to see someone who's not only achieving great things, but also using their platform to make the world a better place.
I couldn't agree more. Doc Reo's story is a testament to the power of passion, perseverance, and a belief in the transformative potential of media.
And that's a wrap for our deep dive into the world of Doc Reo. Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey.
Absolutely.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep creating, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible.